Hi everyone! So today I am going to talk to you about the North Node in the first house placement, which also automatically means that the South Node is in the seventh house. So to start off, let's just say that your comfort zone in this life is to be in a relationship. And to be honest, a lot of times when I would meet someone, it would be very prominent in their personality. I would immediately know, or when I would check my friend's chart for the first time, I would know that the North Node is in the first house, just because it is an angular house, so it's really visible. And the fact that these people usually started to date very early, and partnerships are actually a very big part of their lives, and it was like that, like literally all their lives maybe. That they were focused on having a partner or having more friends, on just, being in some sort of partnership overall. So the theme of this life, of course, is to learn to define yourself as a separate individual. And the way you're going to do that depends on your sign of your North Node in the first house. So let's start from the North Node in the Aries. And also it may be North Node conjunct Mars or South Node conjunct Venus. So in this life, it's easier for you to stay in the relationship because it provides you with sense of balance. And also you might be afraid to let go of the relationship because you're afraid to create this chaos or even suffering for another person. And that's why you're choosing to stay, because you're afraid to meet your needs if you want something else. So you just choose to stay in an unfulfilling relationship because of that. It also might be that you have common friends and with your partner, and your social life depends on them. So that might be another reason. So my advice for you would be to, of course, define yourself as a separate individual. Learn to be a little bit more selfish, like putting your needs first. Also, do some competitive sports. It would be amazing, especially the sports that you don't play for a team, but you play for yourself. So, for example, tennis would be very great, or any other ones that I don't remember actually at the moment. But yeah, tennis is a good option for you. Also, just learn to define yourself as more sporty, Martian, yeah, just basically more confident, strong, courageous individual. So that would be my advice for you. Another placement we have is North Node in Taurus, which also might be true for North Node conjunct Venus or South Node conjunct Pluto. So your comfort zone is being in passionate, deep relationships. And if it manifests in a toxic way, it might be that you have relationships where you need to manipulate your partner out of your insecurities, or you may attract a partner who manipulates you to stay in those unfulfilling relationships. So to break that toxic cycle, if you have it in your life, I would advise to, first of all, of course, accept that it's true and try to do that in more grounded and calm manner. Just observe how these dynamics play in your relationships, and from there you can kind of start to incorporate more like of Taurian qualities. So being a little bit more in touch with your physical needs, with your maybe building your material wealth, just being in touch with your physical senses as well. So appreciating beauty around you, appreciating nice food, beautiful clothes, and just keeping it calm, slow, and steady. So this energy will help you to define yourself as a separate individual. Okay, so another placement we have is North Node in Gemini. It also would be true for North Node conjunct Mercury or South Node conjunct Jupiter. So your comfort zone is staying in an unfulfilling relationship because you feel that it's your like known territory. So because your South Node is in Sagittarius, your comfort zone is to be somewhere where you are the wise one, you know. You might be, because you had your past lives in relationships, or maybe your like basically your beginning of your life being in friendships and relationships, you feel that this is the place where you can teach others, where you have wisdom, where you where you keep that cup of wisdom in your hands and you know it all. But in this life, you need to undertake the qualities of a Gemini to learn, not only teach, but to learn, to be curious, and to explore that unknown territory, which is the first house themes, and it's being by yourself, being your own individual. So for you, it would be quite beneficial to maybe, you know, read some self-help books, basically engage in any learning activities about being an individual and being by yourself. So you can go to seminars, you can go like take online courses, or like just read books. That would be beneficial for you. So yeah, I think that's all that I have for you. And then we have North Node in Cancer. So with this placement, you may choose to stay in the comfort of your relationship because it provides you with some authority or maybe some status that actually is your comfort zone, because in your past lives you used to be maybe a career person, and you would need to feel the control of your life just by being this authoritative and like status oriented, career oriented person. Also, you may be, if it's a toxic manifestation of the relationship, you might be in very cold relationships that are unfulfilling, but as I said, just provides you with that sense of security from a status and career perspective. So for you, I would advise, of course, to embrace the Cancer energies. So being a little bit more nurturing, soft, warm, especially towards yourself. Try to create the loving and warm relationships with yourself, just like practicing self-love, self-acceptance, and this will act as a pillow of security for you. Instead of that status and career and control, this another approach of Cancer, like North Node in Cancer, will also give you that sense of security, but in a different way. Okay, so we have another placement, which is North Node in Leo. Also would be true for North Node conjunct Sun or South Node conjunct Uranus. So in your case, your comfort zone is being in a relationship where you both work towards common goal. So like more toxic and negative manifestation of that would be if you don't feel seen in your relationship, you know. So for you, yeah, you just feel like a part of something, but you don't feel like a separate, you know, shining individual. And that's what you need to learn in this lifetime with your North Node in Leo. So try to incorporate Leo attributes by, you know, doing something where you are in a center of attention just for yourself. Maybe those even little things as posting your own pictures on social media to get your attention for just yourself, or like creating your YouTube channel when you do something for yourself that you like, where you are on a spotlight. Also, in this case, it might be that your partner might criticize you for seeking attention when you are trying to shine your light, basically. But that's just the mirroring of your insecurity, because it is out of your comfort zone to do that. So it's just your insecurities. So just get on with that day by day and learn to shine your light and be seen and be, you know, bold, beautiful, and shining like you are. Okay, another placement we have is North Node in Virgo, and it also would be true for North Node conjunct Mercury or South Node conjunct Neptune. So your comfort zone is staying in a relationship, sometimes just because you have this like you don't want to hurt your partner, you don't want them to suffer. That's why you stay in these relationships. Or another reason might be that you I'm just gonna have some water, so sorry. Another manifestation would be that you just choose to be in a relationship because it allows you to stay passive in your life and not reach your goals, you know, because the South Node in Pisces is just preferring to like do everything passively, you know, just not thinking about anything that much. Yeah, so in this life, you need to learn to define yourself through the Virgo qualities. So being a little bit more assertive, I would say, even creating boundaries between yourself and others would be very important for you. Also learning to, instead of just seeing the big picture, which is good, of course, but you need to learn to do the practical thing day by day to get to that future that you have for yourself. So just doing these practical things every day, taking care of your diet, taking care of your health is very important, and overall creating the order and neatness in your appearance, in your environment, in your everyday life is important for you to learn. And the last placement for today is North Node in Libra, I think. Yeah. So North Node in Libra also might be true for North Node conjunct Venus or South Node conjunct Mars. So your comfort zone in this life is to be in a relationship because it provides you with that independence in some sort. Independence, maybe your partner takes care of your needs. They, you know, allow you to be a little bit more selfish in a relationship. Because, you know, if you would choose to be by yourself, you would need to take on the Libra qualities that you need to learn. It's being cooperative with others, taking the harmonious and diplomat role, you know, in your surroundings. So that's basically what you need to learn in this life, is to define yourself as a balanced and beautiful and cooperative individual, and also you know, learning about your sense of beauty, finding about your aesthetics that you like for yourself. Also, I forgot to mention that your partnership might keep you just because you want this feeling of strength and maybe in some cases adrenaline as well. So yeah, that's all for today. I'm going to upload a part 2 for other signs that are left. And thank you for watching. I hope you learned something new, because with this North Node in the first house placement, for me, it's so interesting, and I actually really lacked information about that. I would really want to say something more. Maybe I would do some more videos about that, because I really think that this placement is really unique and interesting, because in this lifetime, because actually I have this placement too, we need to learn how to be individuals. We need to learn how to take care of ourselves. We need to learn to be self-sufficient. You know, all of these things, and it's beautiful actually. Even though for us sometimes it can be very hard to put ourselves first at all, because we may think that it's selfish, that we need to concentrate to other people more, but actually it's very natural for all of us to put ourselves first. It's our birthright and it's our instinctual need, you know. So it's normal, you know. Even in the planes, you need to put your mask first before helping others. So you need to fill your cup first. So yeah, thank you for watching. See you later.